Hello and welcome. Okay, now this is probably my most important and educational video I've made so far, and I'm really going to try to put a lot of effort into this video. So please like and subscribe and watch to the end. If you're new, do all that, bro. But this is for global JP. It doesn't really. This is for Dokkan in general. This is gonna go over if you're new to the game and maybe you're or maybe you're not new to the game, but you're unsure what you should do for a potential system for some character. I don't know. But this is gonna be a general purpose thing. We're gonna go over a lot of different style units with that already have dodge in their passive, units that have built-in additionals that are super effective against all types, that guaranteed crit, etc. So let's begin. First up, I want to go over characters that stack defense quickly. It's very simple. Characters that stack defense. Let's just for example, AGL Bardock. Where is AGL Bardock at? I'm over here in my free to play list. Okay, AGL Bardock. So AGL Bardock stacks defense before he transforms, and he can transform either turn 1 against Frieza characters or turn 4 against anybody. But he does stack defense before he transforms. So this would be an additional character. As you can see, I went additional instead of crit. And I threw some crit and dodge equips on him just so he has it. But this is a character that doesn't benefit much from going, that doesn't benefit at all from going full dodge, and doesn't really benefit that much from getting crit. As you'll see, if we go into his transform state, he has built-in crits into his passive, he has built-in dodge into his passive, and he also has built-in damage reduction to his passive. But what he also does on here is raises attack and defense for 1 turn. So that means he's getting benefits from having extra additional on not only his base form, but his Super Saiyan form as well. So it would be most beneficial to go additional with this unit. Now we move into a character that stacks attack, for example. So Kefla in all 3 of her forms does stack attack. This is a character that I would say doesn't matter as much as you would think. But me personally would recommend for a character like such as Kefla that stacks attack and already has built-in additionals when she gets to her final state, that you would want to go crit with this character. We'll go in and I'm gonna talk about Kefla a little bit more, and then we'll go ahead and talk about a character that, although she stacks attack, I do feel that additional is probably a better way to go. So I do have an additional clip on her, but that was just for this character I went kind of balanced, just because it is beneficial to get those stacks of attack as she can hit harder, obviously, but I feel like crits to maximize her damage is much more effective with this character, because she doesn't have, say, like, she has built-in super effective against all types, but that's with her active skill, and it can be only activated once, so it's for 1 turn. So she doesn't have the built-in crit. She doesn't have the built-in super effective against all types, and she does have built-in dodge, where Super Saiyan in base form you get 6 orbs, and she'll dodge. She has a 50% chance to dodge, and then she just has it when she's in our Super Saiyan 2 form here. So I do feel, once again, crit for a character that stacks attack, is a better way to go. Now we move into something which is pretty much the same thing as stacking defense, and it's characters that stack attack and defense. Let me see if I can grab a character. So I think Physical Broly does this. Let's grab Physical Broly. Where's he at? Of course, I have it on Super Class. Here we go. This is a character that stacks attack and defense. And I think it's pretty obvious that you just go for additionals once again. I accidentally went crit because I built it. No, I built him before he easy A'd. So I did go more crit than no wait, no. Sorry. Okay. In Broly's case, he stacks attack and defense, but he does a guaranteed additional super. So I did give him more crit. This is where it gets a little iffy, okay? So if you have a character that has built-in additionals, they have you could kind of call it like a secret perk, quote unquote. I guess characters that do like additionals built into their passive, but it multiplies the effect of your how do I say this, of your hidden potential system stats. So say if you have 25 additional, say if I had 25 additional on this Broly, which I'll actually show. I was gonna show my Blue Gogeta, which this applies to, but say so he does 2 guaranteed additional supers. Well, he does. You get what I'm saying. He does a super. He does a guaranteed additional super. That's not the hidden potential one. That then on the second super will have a chance to proc your hidden potential system twice, as if it was one super, it would proc once. If that makes sense. So let me kind of put it in simpler terms. So basically, if you had level 25 additional, which is a 50% chance to do an additional super. This Broly does 2 supers, does the first super, does a second super, then that has 2 50% chances to proc the hidden potential super. If that makes sense now, there we go. But I do think it would be more important to go crit, because I feel like getting crits on all those supers would help more than just the third super. Plus, you're basically having a double chance to proc this 5% or 10% chance. Then it would be, say if I went another 3 and 2 additional, it would be 16. So 2 16% chances. I think I get a lot more bang for my buck, I guess you could say, but for going crit instead of additional on this character specifically, right? Okay, let's go to the character I was talking about earlier before I got into Broly, and that is the new Dokkan Fest Videl. Okay, so she is a very interesting character in that she already does everything. So 55% without equips that I have on her, whatever. She has a guaranteed additional super in the first and second slot. Before she's hit, or in the third slot, she has a 50% chance to dodge. And she also, if she dodges in the first slot before she's hit, she's super effective against all types. So, she's super effective, can dodge, can crit, and additional. She's pretty good, by the way. But that's not what this is about. So, I would highly advise to go additional on this character. Because not only does she do all that, she also stacks attack and raises defense for 1 turn. So she stacks attack infinitely, and then she also raises her defense for the turn. I feel getting a triple super more often, with the chance of getting the super effective against all types. I'll go in more depth about super effective against all types after Videl. I do feel going additional to get the higher defense, not only the higher defense, but also stacking her attack more, as well as outputting more damage, potentially with her super effective against all types, than gambling for the crit would be a better idea for this Videl than maxing out dodge or maxing out crit, which there are very few units that you should max out dodge on, and I'll touch upon that later in the video. But that's Videl. Characters like Videl definitely go attack. Additional. It's very important for characters like that. Now, what? Okay, yeah. I'm gonna start talking about super effective against all types. So if you already know how super effective against all types works, you can go ahead and skip a little bit further into the video, depending on what you're looking for. Next, I will probably be talking about support units and how you should build your support units depending on the situation. and I'll go over a few different scenarios for that. Also probably put timestamps below, depending on how difficult that ends up being. But I'll probably do it anyways because it's a very important video. But let's get into super effective against all types. So, Gogeta specifically, okay? Well, not specifically, but characters like Gogeta, right? This probably isn't the best example. I'll pull up Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Is probably a better example of this. So, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is super effective against all types. Does crit gives a higher percentage boost in more overall damage than super effective against all types gives. Yes. But you would get more damage if you additional supered more often than it would just be one super attack crit. So you want to maximize your chance at maximum damage, if you know what I'm saying. And especially Gogeta, that he has this built-in level 5 dodge from being int, leads to him being pretty good with max additional. He also greatly raises defense, attack and defense for one turn on super. So you're getting a lot more damage and a lot more defense from getting that second super attack off, which makes him a lot more consistent in how broken he can be, basically. Yeah. So that's that. Once again, characters that are super effective against all types are mainly damage dealers. So once again, I don't really see that much value in any unit really going full dodge. But now we'll get into that right now. Units like who should I bring up? Int Toa. We'll go Int Toa. Now Int Toa I don't have any dupes in. This is one of my worst shafts ever, by the way, but that's not what this video is about. This is a character I would also highly advise to go full dodge. Now, my reasoning for this is she is a pure support unit. She has no offensive role on your team. She has no super tanky role on your team. She is mainly there to buff up your other characters. That being said, do you want her to be hit type effective in like Super Battle Road? No, you do not. She doesn't raise defense on super at all. So I feel like you would be getting more value from this character if you put full dodge into her to effectively make her that defensive wall, quote unquote. If you get where I'm going with this. You get where I'm going with this. So if you give her 25 dodge, she'll have a 25% chance to dodge. I probably should have went over that at the beginning of the video, but dodge works as a single percent, or it's lower than that in calculations, but for the sake of simplicity, one level of dodge equals 1%. One level of crit in additional equals 2%. So if you have 25 additional, you have a 50% chance to additional. If you have a 25% chance to dodge, you have a 25. Well, if you have a level 25 dodge, you have a 25% chance to dodge. There you go. These three I'm unsure of. This defense, attack, in super attack, I'm in the healing. I'm not really sure on how those work specifically. So, and those just come automatically, and then equips is a whole separate issue. Most of the time, equips are like, what did you invest in? You want to invest higher in that, or you want to make it balanced. Whatever. It's more a play style type of thing that you want to do. But that's that. Other units this might apply to, this cooler. Basically all these support units. This high school Gohan, which I wouldn't crit for whatever reason. Don't ask me. I make mistakes. Listen. Kabe is different, as he raises defense, attack and defense by 30% for 9 turns, so he is an additional character. I built him before he got his awakening. Well, this was like a long time ago. So before these characters started awakening, he didn't really. Did he do that before awakening? He did. I was just new to the game. I was new to the game when I put me. And I didn't really pay attention that much. So that's a thing. This Trunks would also be a support unit that's additional, but he's different. He's crazy. So he has like 200% attack and defense. That's start turn plus his support passive. So he doesn't really need that dodge as much. And I'd probably recommend going for defense as he stacks defense on his unit super attack. Okay, now we're going to get into characters that have built-in dodge. UI Goku. Now, UI Goku specifically, or characters like UI Goku, he doesn't do anything really special on his super attack. He doesn't raise defense or stack attack. So this is very obviously, very clearly a crit character. He has a built-in 70% chance to dodge. Basically, he has attack and defense and dodge. So, and no super attack effect that that additional would boost the effectiveness for. So this is very easily crit all the way. Now, I don't know if this really applies to any other character but this guy, but I just want to talk about him real quick, and it's AGL UI Goku, the best character in the game, in my opinion. He has a 50% chance to crit on his super attack. So he can guaranteed crit if he additionals. So what is the point of going crit for his active skill, I guess? But there's no reason to go dodge because he already has that 70% chance to dodge. So you just go all in on additional, and then I'd say his equips would be crit. Because for his active skill, and you can't slot additional for AGL characters or physical characters. Unless it's the gold slot. So additional all the way for characters that have a 50% chance to crit or a 100% chance to crit. It's additional every time. Every single time, it's going to be that. I would probably say same thing with super effective against all types units. It's always additional. Now, I already went over characters that guaranteed additional. Now we get to a point where what characters with damage reduction I should probably talk about as well. And first thing that comes to mind is Hercule and Boo. They greatly stack defense and have damage reduction when you're over 40% HP. So this unit I would also go additional. I put 25 additional on them to be funny, I guess. So they do double super very often, and I'd say I like the build I went for them. But you could also shoot, I don't know, because they do have what's it called, man? Built-in dodge. They have built-in dodge on their passive, and I just feel like additional is the way to go. Because if you go dodge, I put some dodge on them. I put level 3 dodge on them. If you go dodge, it's kind of iffy. Like, do I want to maximize my dodge or do I want to maximize defense? And I chose to maximize defense. You could probably go either way on this. But a character I would say if you go dodge, it maximizes their dodge and their defense would be AGL Caulifla. Now, AGL Caulifla is a character that I personally went additional on. I would probably change my mind, maybe, because she does raise her defense for 3 turns by 60%. Would I change her? This is another character probably like Hercule and Boo. You could go additional to maximize her defense, or you can go dodge to maximize her defense as well. But I just chose additional once again. Would I change it? Maybe. I might just go full dodge if the occasion arose, whatever you want to say. But you know, it's iffy. Oh, also, this is a basic. I probably should have put this at the beginning of the video as well. But physical and AGL, we'll go to the hidden potential system and show it actually. This spot right here is different depending on the type. AGL and physical get additional right here. Show another example. STR and tech get crit. Show that as well. Physical once again. physical. AG is additional. STR was crit, and then pull up a tech unit, and it is also crit right there, as you can see. And then int is different, where they get dodge in this slot, right? So that's another thing to talk about there. Lastly, this is probably going to be the last thing I talk about. Maybe? Is it? I lost my train of thought now. Now I don't know. Yes. Okay, that's it. Characters that have guard. Okay. Now these characters, there's basically two types of characters that have guard in this game. One is a Gohan. Let's go to the character screen. This is easier to show. Is Garrison. Is Gohan in Janemba, where they're purely defensive. Okay, they're a purely defensive type of character that has guard. Where they're okay offensively, but they're obviously built to acquire defense. So them raising defense, Gohan's greatly stacking defense, and Janemba raising defense for one turn, is additional all the way. Why? You don't really need the dodge because they're so powerful defensively, and offensively that's not their role. Can they do some good damage numbers? Yes, but I feel like additional just helps them a lot more, especially with Janemba, and when he transforms he raises his defense for one turn. And Gohan greatly stacking is ridiculous, so you kind of want to go additional all the way for him. But a character that does have guard, and I would say crit is probably the better option, is Int Janemba, and probably STR Janemba maybe. But in Janemba specifically, we definitely want to go crit. He's a damage dealer with guard, which is pretty stupid actually. And he has a lot of dodge. So he does have the Int built-in dodge. So that also gives him dodge, but he also gets dodge from his passive. I forget how much it is. I think it's 30%. But you'll definitely feel the attack, the crit boost, more than, say, additional, because he doesn't do anything on additional from his super attack. Sorry, I should say. So that's that. Is there anything else I would like to go over in this video? I think I discovered or talked about everything that I wanted to talk about in this video. Characters that stack attack, stack defense, raise defense for several turns or one turn, super effective against all types, guaranteed crits, support units that don't have any super attack effects. I guess I should talk about support units that do have super attack effects. First thing that comes to mind is this new Gohan that came out on JP. That got his awakening on JP, I should say. And he what does he do? Raises defense for one turn. I would say maybe a split between additional and dodge might be good. But I personally would just go full additional, because it's not like his defense is bad. His defense can actually get pretty high. So defense for him, or characters like him, could also be very good. I talked about that with Trunks, the Broly Banner Trunks. So I think that's gonna be it. I think that's gonna wrap it up here. Like I said, there should be timestamps below on the. Oh, there's my login, so that's good. There's hold on, is it gonna pop up? My little thing. So, like I said, I'll probably have timestamps below targeting each section I talk about here. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I very much appreciate it if y'all would like, subscribe, and share this video with people that it might be useful for in your friend group or whatever. And I'll see you guys in the next video.